So this Father's Day, I decided to make a Char Siu bowl for my dad. This recipe came from a series of experiments in my home kitchen using commonly found ingredients in my cabinet and fridge. If you like what you're seeing, you'll find out that making Char Siu with your home oven can be actually quite simple. I like to go to the market to buy whole cuts of pork because sometimes you can get a better bargain. And when you go to the butcher shop, you'll be like, "Hey, uncle, auntie, 好食不？今節嘞，五花肉真正水嘞！誒，我買好 piece，會使 discount 不？淡薄啦，淡薄啦。" And the uncle, auntie will be thinking, ding dong a bit. Then you gotta work your magic and you see how it goes. And that's all part of the market fun. To season the meat, I use a dry rub first, consisting of 3 simple ingredients: salt, black pepper, and Chinese Fan for that signature nutty fragrant flavor. Sprinkle the seasoning onto the meat and just massage the dry rub in. Repeat the steps for all. For the marinade, I keep it simple with 1 part soy sauce, 1 part garlic chili sauce. I eat enough McDonald's to know that this is good stuff. 1 part tomato ketchup, half portion oyster sauce, 1.5 part of Chinese black vinegar. I'm a bak chor mee jia chu kind of guy, so you could stick to 1 part or even half. 1 cube of fermented tofu. This ingredient is really important, brings a layer of umami and a slight reddish maroon color to the marinade. Half part honey and brown sugar. Personally, to me, what makes a good Char Siu sauce is the balance between sweet, savoury, and a bit of acidity to elevate all the flavours. After mixing everything, taste and adjust according to your preference. For me, extra black vinegar and garlic chili sauce. Give everything a good mix. Yep, this is good to go. On a baking tray with aluminium foil, I would recommend using more than 1 layer, unlike what I did as I ran out of foil. In the event of the Char Siu chap spills onto the tray and gets charred in the oven later, it's going to be really tough to clean off. Generously smear the marinade over the pork. Just go with it and massage all the goodness into every crevice of the pork shoulder. When in doubt, just go for extra sauce. If you run out, just make more. Let it sit in the fridge for at least 2 hours or overnight for all the flavours to be nicely incorporated. Place it in the oven at 100 degrees Celsius for 1 hour until it reaches an internal temperature of 62 degrees Celsius. After the first 30 minutes, the surface should look a little dry but with some colour. Flip the pork and place it back in the oven. Now would be a good time to prepare your steamed rice as well as sous vide eggs for that velvety, eggy goodness that it brings to the bowl. After 30 minutes, you are ready to char the first side. Prepare more marinade if needed and generously coat the surface of the pork. Crank the oven up to 230 degrees Celsius and in for about 5 to 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, mine turned out like this. Just a bit of charring on the edges and the marinade is starting to dry off. I scrape the marinade that dripped onto the sheet back onto the meat and coat the whole surface and back into the oven for another 3 to 5 minutes for the extra char. Yeah, look at that color, that's what I'm looking for. A good amount of char with glistening sauce on the meat. Flip and repeat the process. Generously coat the surface with marinade and into the oven at 230 degrees Celsius for 5 to 7 minutes. Just look at that glistening goodness of the Char Siu. Oof. Now the marinade on the baking sheet has extreme caramelization. I like to scrape it off and coat it on the Char Siu again. Let it rest for about 5 minutes before cutting into it. I like my Char Siu in thick and chunky pieces, but slice it however you like. When slicing, the aroma, I tell you, wow, cannot tahan, man. I went in for the end cut and it was super shock. Juicy, savoury, with a hint of sweetness. Wow, this one really kena, I tell you. Place the sliced Char Siu onto a metal tray, of course extra sauce, and give it a quick torch over it for that subtle but noticeable arbory-like char. Now it's time to assemble everything together. Over your steaming hot rice, extra char siu sauce. And gently lay the sliced char siu over the bit of rice. A bit of salad greens on the side, and some cucumber kimchi for the crunch and kokan to the overall meal. With a tablespoon, create a slight indent for the sous vide eggs to nest inside. Sprinkle some freshly ground black pepper, and you're ready to eat.
Oh! Wow, looks good. Then you have only for the day.
You Father's Day, man.
You can make extra
Can I have?
As the saying goes, we first eat with our eyes. I think it's pretty safe to say that went pretty well with this reaction. So my dad really loves this whiskey. I think to complete this meal, it's a nice pack of single malt on the rocks. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with everyone you know.
Oh, good.